You're listening to podcasternews.com.
Welcome to the LA Story Podcast with Stevie Wilson.
Hey people, this is Stevie for the LA Story, and I'm here talking to Erik DiNardo, and you're probably going, who? This is somebody that I found on MySpace who is really quite a gifted musician. He's based out of Boston, and yes, he is here in LA, and if you probably recognize, see, I'll show you. See, this is the garage that I always interview people in at the Hotel Cafe. So this is Erik's first time at Hotel Cafe, where we just saw Keaton Simons and saw Josh Radin and Carey Brothers and all these people before they head out for the Hotel Cafe tour, which is really interesting in itself. But Erik hadn't been here before, so we're going to talk to him a little bit because he's got some really cool music. You really need to go check him out at www.myspace.com/Erik DiNardo. But tell us what's your regular website, Erik?
It is erikdinardo.com, which is ErikDinardo. But I actually mostly use the eDiNardo site, myspace.com/eDiNardo.
Okay. And he's on Facebook too.
And Facebook. You know, actually, years ago I started this myspace.com/Erik DiNardo, and I ended up not realizing that it was a music page. It was a regular page, and then when I wanted to switch it over to a music page, it was then a regular page. So I use eDiNardo now, which is fine. I kind of mix it up a bit. I kind of like it. But there's a link to him. You find me either way.
Yeah.
You can even Google it.
Yeah, you can Google him. And so he has the most interesting history about like doing hockey and teaching and all these things. And how did you wind up in music?
Sort of by accident. I used to play hockey for a living, and after college I signed a professional deal to play over in Europe and Germany. And then there was the NHL strike, the lockout, and I ended up coming back to the States, and I was like, what the hell am I going to do? Just waiting for another contract to come about. And, you know, before I knew it, the NHL wasn't going on. I was like, all right, I need to find another job. And my buddies were like, well, you should apply to Berkeley. So I applied to Berkeley College of Music. In the meantime, I was teaching and coaching hockey and all this fun stuff. And I was like, you know what, I'm never going to get into Berkeley, so whatever. My buddies were like, you know what, if you do the application, I'll pay for it. And I was like, cool, sounds a deal to me. And
you got in?
I got in. Yeah, exactly. I got in, and I was like, I guess I'm a musician. And from there, it just snowballed and recorded a great album with
a slew of great musicians and producers.
Yes. Chris Coip, he's worked with Josh Kelly, Jason Mraz, Richie Yamagata, and Stuart Myers, who's Mandy Moore, Lifehouse, that whole crew. And then Jim Bradshaw, who's David Grace, pianist and keyboard player. Mark Goldenberg, Jackson Brown's guitar player.
But you got some unusual music on that CD. I mean, you go from a lot of pop to some more serious alt indie kind of feelings.
It was an album that I didn't really know where I wanted the whole thing to go. So I kind of 3 of the songs are like serious, like I always say Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it comes back to definitely like more some jazzier stuff. You know, and then it sort of my Berkeley, teachings, and then from there it goes back, to more alt stuff. That's kind of like I don't even know where it all came from. I guess it's a combination of my 20-some odd years of being alive.
Well, I think for most people, most musicians, that the first CD is kind of a mix of this and that, and then you come down to the next one, you kind of go, okay, now we're getting serious. I know where I want to be and what I don't want to be.
Exactly, and I think that's now more important is knowing I think more so where you don't want to be, because you sort of have found your niche and what you can do well. And this new album is coming out. I don't know when it's coming out, but it is. I think it's going to be pretty killer. I'm excited for it, and we're still up in the air of who's going to produce it because little indie artist thing, but some definite winners are already on it.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm excited. I'm really excited for it, actually.
Yeah, and then you're out here going to be Are you going to come out here to LA and stay, or are you just going to come visit?
That's a good question. Originally I was here to stay, and now it's...
now you're going back.
And I'm going back at the end of May.
Yeah,
for a couple weeks.
Waffle.
And for a couple weeks, and then I'll be back mid-June, and that'll sort of depending on where the album stands, then I'll make a much better decision of where I'll be. But I'm here to stay.
Okay.
I am here.
People, you need to go check out ErikDiNardo.com. That's Eric with a K. And check out his CD. Definitely buy it. It's worth it. I listen to it. I listen to it all the time in the car. Yes, I really do.
Yeah.
Actually, when he emailed me today to tell me that he was here in LA, I had actually was listening to it yesterday wondering, I wonder if he's coming to LA. So he really is here in LA. So check him out.
Website is down though, by the way.
Website is down. Okay, go to
MySpace.
Go to MySpace and go through Facebook as well. Become a fan. This is Stevie for the LA Story saying, go check out Erik DiNardo. That's ErikDiNardo.
Got it.
Okay, this is Stevie saying, see you soon. Bye.
Thanks for joining Stevie Wilson on LA Story. Feel free to check out other podcasts and videos. Bookmark it now. www.la-story.com.